Hello, welcome to Spectrum News at 2. My name is Xavier Robert, coming to you live from Uyo, the capital city of Akwa Ibom. Let's take a look at the headlines. Judges life. Plus, EU pledges 560 million euros for Syrians fleeing war. We'll bring you details of these stories and we'll begin the news this afternoon with Nigeria's leader, President Bola Tinubu, who has inaugurated the National Economic Council (NEC) with a promise to sustain the support his administration towards transforming the nation's economy. He further noted that the task of growing the economy is quite enormous and underlined the need to harness the nation's potentials to stimulate serious growth. Reports say the effects of the petroleum subsidy. In the alleged 7.9 billion naira fraud charges brought against her by the federal government. Justice Ekwo, who made this known during the court proceedings, reportedly presented. Meanwhile, Ekwo ordered the Deputy Chief Registrar of the court in charge of litigation to liaise with the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, to obtain the identities. In another development, the Commandant General Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC) contained in a statement in Abuja by NSCDC Director of Public Relations Olushola Odumosu. The statement noted that the removal of the Commandant followed the blockade impoundment of 3 oil trucks belonging to members of the union by NSCDC personnel. It added that a panel headed by Deputy Commandant General Operations Dauda Mangadi has been constituted. Now from the Green Chambers, where the House of Representatives has urged the federal government and the state governments to prepare for impending flood disasters, take up his role as Chief of Staff to the President. Following Gbajabiamila's proposition, the House expressed concerns that large portions of the country is prone to government to prepare palliatives and intervention measures for Nigerians to reduce the effect. The House also resolved to invite Nigerian National Emergency Management Agency. The Police Usman Baba has ordered the sealing of all the 17 local government area secretariats in Plateau State. The Plateau State Commissioner of Police, Balabo Alfred. The statement claimed that the action was to prevent a breakdown of law and order following tension that arose over the appointment of new leadership in the affected council areas by the state governor, Caleb Mutwang, reported for investigations following allegations of financial impropriety leveled against them by the state legislature. In another development, the Committee of Pro-Chancellors of Nigerian Universities, CPCN, by the previous administration. The committee made the call in a communique issued in Abuja by CPCNU Secretary General Yakubu Ochefu at the end of the body's 99th regular meeting. Some thematic issues such as alternative funding of universities and university autonomy. The pro-chancellors commended the president for agreeing to increase funding to education through five Nigerians to benefit from tertiary education. They said the committee would work with the new administration to further discuss with the federal government to fine-tune the novel initiative. Occurred in Kwara State. The spokesperson for the Secretary General, Stefan Dujarric, stated this at a news conference at UN headquarters in Guinea in 2022, as countered by the International Organization for Migration. Reports say the boat accident led to the death of over. Now, in Africa, where South Africa's National Assembly has passed a controversial bill to introduce universal health coverage in the country. the South Africa's health minister, 12 years. Meanwhile, the leading opposition party, the Democratic Alliance DA, allegedly fears that the already overburdened public health system will collapse if the new legislation comes into force, would have to be covered by an already overburdened public health system. Now, still in Africa, officials in Sudan have said that the governor of the West Darfur region, Kamis Abakar, has been reportedly killed by the paramilitary against people from the Masalit ethnic group. The governor, who was killed in El Geneina, had warned that the attacks had spread across the city and called for international intervention. The agency chief Rafael Grossi has begun a visit to the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant today. The plant, which is held by Russian forces and not far from where a Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in Kiev, Grossi said he was concerned that the plant could be cut off in the counteroffensive. Reports say the visit Union has pledged 560 million euros to help countries neighboring Syria cope with the costs of hosting Syrians displaced by the years of conflict in their country. According to the High Representative in Syria since 2011, he noted that President Bashar al-Assad's brutal crackdown on peaceful protesters plunged the country into a complex war that drew in foreign government led by al-Assad. The EU added that it will maintain its sanctions on Assad's regime and not support the return of Syrians to the country unless they are voluntary, safe and monitored. Premier League 2023-2024 season to resume August 11. Do stay with us. Many thanks for staying tuned. Now to our business news, where the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) has directed deposit money banks to remove the rate cap on the naira at the official investors and exporters window of the foreign exchange market. To the chief executive officer and CEO of a commercial bank, who confirmed the development to newsmen, banks are now allowed to trade forex on the INE window at any rate, subject to one naira would unify the country's multiple exchange rate and sanitize the foreign exchange market. Reports say the development means buyers and sellers of foreign currency in the official FX market rated by the Central Bank of Nigeria. Still in business, the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, has said that the country's economy may recover in the coming months, though it has faced challenges in Nigeria's Purchasing Manager Index for April, which recovered strongly to 53.8% compared with 42.3% in March. The purchasing power remained low, in addition to high input cost inflation and lower employment levels compared with 2022. OPEC said food inflation potential near-term recovery. Now, in health, the federal government has implored Nigerian youths to engage in regular blood and plasma donation to address the 1.5 Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Health, Folurunsho Adebi, made the call during a the Permanent Secretary, who was represented by the Acting Director General, National Blood Service Commission, annually, adding that if the target is met, the country would keep the health of its over 200 million citizens safe and sound. And still in health, so as to achieve a benchmark investment of $6 per capita, the WHO country represents a pivotal role of legislators in appropriating funds, passing bills, and ensuring their effective implementation. Ghazali, however, urged legislators to utilize their position while encouraging the documentation of best practices to serve as a reference point for other African countries. Now, in sports, the Premier League has released fixtures for the 2023 and 2024 season. Captain Vincent Kompany. Reports say the star match of the first week will be the fixture between Chelsea and Liverpool at Stamford Bridge. So in sports, the Lloyd's annual season. According to the report, the English top tiers aggregate revenue of £5.5 billion in 2021 to 2022. The financial report, however, added that a 15% increase in wage costs across the big five leagues caused a loss in Uchebu is dead. And fellow actor Mayor Ofwebu confirmed the news in a post shared on social media. The 50. Still on entertainment news, Nigerian gospel singer Mercy Chinwo has won the Best International Act of the 2023 Premier Gospel Awards in the United Kingdom. The singer, who shared the award picture, was held at the Cadogan Hall in Chelsea, London, successfully celebrated its 50 years of gospel music. Channel, all of which you can find on our website, spectrumtv.ng. You've been watching Spectrum News at 2. My name is Xavier Robert. Do enjoy the rest of our programming today. Bye-bye for now.
Spectrum TV, broadening your horizon.